Okay, we're looking at volume and capacity conversions. We're going to start with a couple of conversion tables, and we're going to quickly put up our volume conversion table that we were previously using, because we'll use it in this one again. So let's go through and we'll look at kilometers cubed. Actually, I don't think we've done volume conversions yet, so we'll go through that first. Kilometers cubed, meters cubed, centimeters cubed, and then millimeters cubed. So these are the ones we've been previously working out with our shapes that we did in the last couple of lessons. So again, this is very much like our area conversion table, where we're going from, large to small measurements like this. And when we're doing it that way, it's always multiplying, isn't it? When we're going back the other way, we are dividing. So we're going to go back through here and we're going to divide. And it's the same as before, but this time, because it's for volume, it's just cubed. So from millimeters to centimeters, it's 10 cubed or 10 cubed divided by. Okay, so 100 cubed, 100 cubed, or 1000 cubed and 1000 cubed. So you can see when we do volume, we're talking about some very large numbers here. Okay, so we're going to use that shortly. The next thing we're going to look at is some of our capacity conversions. So capacity is when we're talking about liquid or gas, okay? So capacity is measured in things like, let me just write here, capacity. Okay, we're talking about things like milliliters, which we do like ml. We have liters, which is a capital L. Kiloliters, which is a KL, and then megaliters. So these are the main ones we're looking at, okay? All right, so we need some information about these as well. And what we're doing is we're looking at converting these between themselves, but also between volume and capacity. So let's do the capacity one first. So we're going to go from megaliters to kiloliters to liters and to milliliters. Now this one is the easiest one. Now remember, when we're going this way, we're multiplying. So we'll just do that first. Multiplying. Back the other way is dividing. Okay, now this time, this is why this is the easiest, is they're all 1000. So liters to milliliters, well, there's 1000 milliliters in a liter. Then we go kiloliters to liters, well, there's 1000 liters in a kiloliter. And then megaliters to kiloliters, there's 1000 kiloliters in a megaliter. Okay, so they're all just by 1000. So that one's nice and easy. So the next thing we're going to look at is converting from volume to capacity and back. Okay, so when we do this one, we have some main ones that we use to help us do these conversions. So 1 milliliter equals 1 centimeter cubed. Oops, it would help if I did that right. 1 centimeter cubed. So if you think of that little centimeter cube that we used to use in primary school with the MAB blocks, that little centimeter cube, that's equivalent to pouring 1 ml of liquid into it. Okay. Then if we look at 1 litre, so 1 litre equals 1000 centimetres cubed. So if you think about a litre of milk or a litre of soft drink, you could fill up 1000 of those little centimetre cubes. We also then can change that to 1 litre into 1000 mils. We already know that one, so that's good. But now we can see that from this, that 1000 mils also equals 1000 centimetres cubed. Okay, they're a 1 for 1, those ones. We also have 1 metre cubed equals 1000 litres. So if you were thinking of a meter cube, a meter by a meter by a meter, and you could put 1,000 litres of liquid in that. That sounds about right. We have 1 megalitre, and that equals 1 million litres. And we'll also just note here that 1 litre of water, I probably won't use this one, but it's just good to know, weighs 1 kilogram. Okay, we probably won't be using that here because we won't be doing mass, but it's just interesting to know as well. Okay, so we're going to use all these conversion tables, and we're going to convert some volume between volume, some capacity between capacity, and then some volume and capacity between each other. So if we go on to the next page, we've got converting between volume and capacity here on this page, and each of the little boxes tells us what to do. I'll go through that with you in a moment. Then on this page here, we have a few more conversions. We have some worded questions, and then we have some worded questions on the last page as well. So let's go through and have a look at these. So remember, these little boxes at the top are always the part where we're looking for our information. So let's have a look here. It says, change the units from mils to centimetres cubed or the reverse. So I suggest when you do these ones is go up and look at your conversion table and work out, well, what information do I know? I know that millilitres to centimetres cubed, well, 1 millilitre equals 1 centimetre cubed. So this is a nice easy one. It's just 1 for 1, isn't it? So if I've got 350 millilitres, I have 350 centimetres cubed, okay? If you've got centimetres cubed, you're going to turn it to millilitres. So that one's nice and easy. All right, next one says, convert these volumes in centimetres cubed to litres, okay? So this time, if we know we're going from centimetres cubed to litres, so we're going to go back to our table, and we've got 1 centimetre cubed equals, did we write that up there, didn't we? 1 centimetre cubed equals 1 centimetre cubed. Are we doing it to litres? Sorry, to litres. So 1 centimetre cubed. Well, if you have a look here, we've got 1 litre equals 1,000 centimetres cubed. So we're going to have to use that. So it tells us here, if we've got 850 centimetres cubed, we're going to have to divide by 1,000, aren't we? So we're going to divide by 1,000 for this one. So if we've got 1,000 centimetres cubed, you can go back up here, we've got 1 litre. So we're going to divide that by 1,000, which gives us 1 litre. If we have 800 centimetres cubed, divide that by 1,000, and we would end up with 0.8 litres, okay? So as you go down the page, you can see they're all in centimetres cubed, so you can do them all. Divide by 1,000, so that's going to go 1, 2, 3 places, 1.7 litres. 1, 2, 3 places, 1.25 litres, okay? So you can keep dividing those by 1,000. The next one says reverse, change from litres to centimetres cubed. So if we're doing the reverse, we're obviously going to times by 1,000. So you guys can do that. 2 litres times 1,000 equals 2,000 centimetres cubed. Okay, so you can go through and do those, just times them all by 1,000. These ones here, change the units from kilolitres to metres cubed. Okay, so if we go back to our kilolitres and look at how many metres cubed there are. So now if you're not sure how to do these, so if we go back up here, we can see that 1 kilolitre has 1,000 litres in it, right? And we can see here that 1 metres cubed equals 1,000 litres. So what does that also tell us? That also tells us that 1 metre cubed also equals 1 kilolitre, doesn't it? Because there's 1,000 litres in 1 kilolitre. So we can use that down here. So 1 1 kiloliter equals 1 meter cubed. So you can see it's just a 1 for 1, isn't it? So if we've got 7 meters cubed, we have 7 kiloliters. Okay, so you can go through and do a 1 for 1 for those ones. Up here, change these volumes from meters cubed to liters. So let's go back up. Meters cubed equals 1,000 liters. So if we're going from meters cubed to liters, we're going to times by 1,000. Okay. Yeah, that's right. So times by 1,000 will give us 7,200 liters. So you can go through and do those. Now change these from liters to cubic meters. Okay, so that's just the opposite. So divide by 1,000. Okay. All right, on to the next page. Convert the following units given. Now, these all have different ones. So you can see these are all liters from, these are all capacity. Okay. So you need to work out, remember what was the easy thing about capacity? They were all by 1,000, weren't they? So you're going to work out, are you multiplying by 1,000 or are you dividing by 1,000? Remember when you're going from small to big, you're going to divide by 1,000. And when you're going from big to small, you multiply by 1,000. So you can complete those. The next one here has a mixture. So I'm going to let you try those ones out. You can use the last page to help you on those. Then you have a few worded questions. A bit of volume in there where you're going to convert after the end. So here you need to find the volume first. So for the first one, it would be volume equals 14 cubed. I'll do that one for you. 14 cubed equals, so that equals 2744 centimeters cubed. Then it says, then find how many milliliters of liquid would each hold. So remember, if we're looking at centimeters cubed, 1 centimeter cubed equals 1 milliliter. So this would be 2,744 milliliters. Okay. And then you've got a few worded questions here. You guys can work through those and I'll put up some answers later. All right, that's it. And that's the end of our topic. I've got a summary sheet at the end with just all the area formulas, which will be helpful for you in the future. Okay, thanks guys.